Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Welcome on day 3 from our retreat, our 9 days. Welcome at this moment in New Zealand. I am here on the North Island, on Waiheke Island, where it is very stormy weather at this moment. The rain is pouring very loud and thunder and lightning is here. So I hope that you won't get too much trouble of this. But I will do my best to talk a little bit loud and clearly. And so today we are going to talk about a new topic. How are you feeling today? I first would like to say welcome to all the people that I know. Because how are you doing? I haven't seen you for such a long time now. I really hope that you are doing very well. And to all the people I don't know yet, my name is Dory. And well, maybe I will see you sometime in the future on one of our beautiful retreats. I would love to see you in person. But that is not for today. I can't really see you, is it? I can't really see you with my eyes. But that doesn't matter. Because I can see you with my heart. And that is exactly the topic where we are going to talk about today. The heart. How is your heart doing? Many of you have learned that the heart is an important key to find the way to your true self. It is not about me today. And I am not here to soothe you today. I am here to lead you to your true self. Because that is my deepest wish for all of us, to find our true self. So maybe you can have today a lot of awareness in your heart to embrace yourself and to make new, healthy choices from today, from this moment on. And the topic of today is about the heart qualities. And you know probably them, but maybe there are still new people, I'm sure about that, who don't know these heart qualities so well. So when we are talking about the 5 heart qualities, the 5 essential heart qualities to unlock your heart, to find your true self, we are talking about trust, about openness, about love, gratitude, and Gongjing, utmost respect and humility for everything there is. And today, especially, we're going to talk about trust and openness. And the trust and openness are really crucial for our life. And especially the topic of today was how to find that trust and openness while there are so many things going on in the world. And I am sure that today, a lot of our hearts here, who are now here together, are much lighter today. I don't think that we need to talk much about that, is that? It is because of the elections. And I have already spoken to many of you who now truly can feel hope again in their life, who can feel that there has something changed. And that are the people from all over the world. Not only the place where the elections took place. All over the world, people can find this lightness of hope inside their hearts. Isn't that amazing? And we are human beings, and so we can feel that feeling deeply inside ourselves. It's nice in times when there is quite some darkness, when there suddenly comes hope into our life, isn't it? We know very well that it still is the same. Our problems haven't solved, hasn't been released, but there has come hope inside our heart, a spark inside ourselves to make a change. I hope that we can realize that the inner work, what we are doing here in this retreat, that is the hope, the real spark what comes from inside. Because there you can make a change. A change, a real change. So that no matter what happens, that you can feel that spark, that you can feel that connection with your heart, with who you really are. Then yes, you still truly enjoy what now has happened. And that gives hope for humanity. But even if it would have been different, you would still feel that strong base of strength inside you to continue and to go for it, to go for new hope. So let's work together to find that part inside ourselves, to truly connect with who we are. And before that we start with that, of course, we build our chi field for that. We want to unify ourselves with everybody who is participating in this course. He has talked about it yesterday, about the importance of the chi field. I live with the chi fields. It's a part of me, of everything in my day. And so if you can't feel that connection yet, that is okay. But more and more you will come to understanding that this is a part of the totality. So let's make a good beginning now to feel this chi field, to connect with the chi field, and to put our heart into it, to understand it, and to make a good beginning for what is coming. So by doing this, you are going to sit up again, nicely straight, head upright, chin a little bit in. While you're doing that, you can feel how your awareness is already shifting. Shifting from the outside, going to your inside world. You stare to a point in front of you. And slowly you draw your vision back. And gently you close your eyes. Feel the awareness inside yourself. We don't have to make it special. It is the experience what makes it special. Light awareness inside yourself. Feel how your mind is going through your whole body. Feeling yourself there. Feel how there is space inside yourself. Maybe you're thinking, oh gosh, but I feel my back, or I feel this part. That part also belongs now to you, isn't it? So we accept that the way it is now. When we accept it, there is possibility for openness there. So we open ourselves up to our whole body. Feel the emptiness and the spaciousness there. Relax your whole body. Yes, you're scanning your body, starting with the head. Relax your head. Feel the inside of your head. Maybe you want to take a deep breath. Breathe out. And relax your whole inside of your head, opening out. Relax your neck. Relax your beautiful shoulders. And from your shoulders, it's like you massage and scan yourself down to your arms. Feel your upper arms going down. Relaxing. Relaxing the underarms. Going to your hands. And feel all your fingers there. There is a lot of spaciousness in your arms, and Qi is flowing there beautifully. Lightly, you continue your journey through your body, going up to the back part of your body. Feel your spine. Maybe you want to go from vertebrae to vertebrae down in your back. Every part of you deserves this attention, and you want to be there and to relax your body. Your upper back and your lower back. Say hi to your organs there, like your kidneys. all the way you go down to your tailbone, relaxing. With a lightness, like you can feel that in doing your Yuan, you flow back and you go to the front half of your body. Again, take a deep breath in and out. And feel the front half of your body. Feel the lightness in your chest, with your lungs and your heart. Down to the place where your stomach is. With your liver on the right. Relax every organ in your body. Going down to your abdomen. Spleen on your left. Your lower abdomen. All your reproductive organs. Relax your hips. It's so nice to give attention to every part of your body because you love yourself. Going down to your legs. Feel the upper legs. The lightness goes and continues. Like water is flowing, you go to your knees. Feel the inside of your knees. Down to your calves. Your ankles. And your feet. Feel how your feet are touching the earth. And feel every toe. Once again, scan now your whole body and feel that you are relaxed and harmonious there. From here, we are going to open ourselves up. We are going to use our mind, and we are opening out with our mind to the universe. So use your mind now actively to go outside your body. Go out to the nature. Fly away, like you dissolve into the nature. Connecting there with the chi of the nature. You become one with the chi there. It feels like you have no body anymore. Like you just are there, enjoying being in that space of nature. Feeling free. The whole inside of us is connecting with that nature. And we can do that easily. Because wherever our mind goes, of course the Qi will follow. And so there we then can draw back this beautiful bright Qi inside our body while we are going back with our mind. So draw now back your mind, return back into your physical body and feel the Qi flowing now inside your body. Bright, light. Feel the peace, the calmness. Light awareness inside yourself. And with that same light awareness, you go into the space of your heart. Flow and feel inside your heart. You don't want to label it. You just want to be there. Just being there. Not wanting to feel something, just being there. Light awareness. And from this light awareness, you can feel the qualities coming up in all pureness from your heart. You feel how trust is coming up from deep inside your heart. Now feel that feeling of trust. Connect with the beautiful feeling of feeling unconditional trust. Maybe you say, I can't feel unconditional trust yet. That is okay. But you're already putting now the information in the Qi field. Unconditional trust. What a wonderful feeling. I open myself up for unconditional trust. Open yourself up now for openness. Feel how natural it is to be open, to wanting to be open. It is something what you can give to yourself. You don't receive that from others. It starts with yourself. So let's open ourselves up here for the openness. Unconditional openness. Flowing inside my heart. Flowing from inside my heart through my whole body. My Shen recognizes this message and gives me a lot of presents for that in return. Open yourself for love. Unconditional love. I open myself up for unconditional love. No matter what happens, I will be there for myself. Because I deserve that. That is not coming from my ego. It is coming from my existence. Because everybody deserves love. And so do I. And so I send compassion, love, and kindness to myself. I open myself up for unconditional love. Gratitude. I feel unconditional gratitude. I open myself up for unconditional gratitude. Everything starts with small, little things. Before that it can grow and become very big and enormous big. And so I feel gratitude for the all smallest things in my life. Because that opens up my heart. These small things, how little they are, they open up my heart. It gives me a beautiful feeling to feel that those small things can have such a big impact in my life. Go now in your own heart and feel where you feel the gratitude for. To put this in your archive field for today. Very nice. And the last heart quality, what we add here to the chi field, is Gongjing. Utmost respect, humility. Feel all the previous heart qualities. Connect with them when you want to feel Gongjing. Feel all the respect for Mother Earth and everything what is here on the planet, what here exists. Show your respect for that in your heart, through your heart. Now, Let's connect and unify our hearts together. Connect your heart with Yuan Tze's heart and with Melissa's heart. Connect your heart with my heart and with everybody who participates in this course. I mean this retreat. Now we are ready to listen to the heart prayer. With utmost sincerity, unify with the universe. Unify with all forms of life. Unify with the human family. Share the following best wishes with the world. May everyone go into their heart to find refuge and feel safe. May everyone go into their heart to feel trust, openness, love, gratitude, and true respect. May everyone go into their heart to see beautiful, bright light. May everyone go into their heart to meet their true self. From deep in your heart, wish everyone health, happiness, and growth. From deep in your heart, wish the world peace and harmony. Open your arms to the universe and unify with unconditional love and wisdom of the universe. Draw it back to your heart. Place your hands on your heart. And feel the peace and harmony inside. And when you're ready, you then gently open your eyes again. So let's go to our topic of the day. How to maintain trust when the outer world presents ongoing challenges. Let's go back to yesterday, where Yuan Tze was telling you that on day 3 Dory was coming to tell you something, and on day 4 Norberto was coming to tell you something. How was that for you? Was that a good message for you? Or was that maybe a challenge for you? How did you feel there then? What were you thinking in that moment? Because he said the information, it is still the same. That it would not matter if he was sitting there or I am sitting there. Were you thinking, gosh, that's not really, that is not how I think that it is. I can see a big difference here. How did you feel inside your heart when you received that message? Or could you stay open there? Firstly, could you trust what he was saying there? Because how deep is your trust? Me, Dory, I don't have to pretend that I am giving the same information as Yuan Tze does. I am just who I am. But the question is, what are you looking for? What are you searching for? This is only an example, but what are you looking for in your life? Could you feel there the trust to open your heart and just be open and to feel that information, what he was saying to you? that you can just there be in the moment and to receive whatever comes? Because how do you know when something is good or not so good or bad? You don't know that. Because maybe your neighbor today will give you the word or the connection for you to open your heart and to open your true self, to connect with your true self there. You never know from which direction it will come. What we do, what we experience, you will never know. And that is now exactly what is so difficult, that we can't accept that. Just to be in that moment and to let unfold what will happen. So even if you then there in that moment didn't really feel that openness, maybe now you can go to that openness and to embrace every single moment here that we are together. And then you are asking every single moment. Yes, every single moment. Because it is in the present moment where we need to be to connect with trust and with openness, the topic where I'm talking about today. If we are not in the present moment, if we don't have any awareness, then how on earth are we going to feel ourselves? How are we going to connect with ourselves? And so we need to be in that present moment to have awareness there, to connect with our heart. If you want to find your true self, we need to be in the present moment. And because that present moment is so important, today we will practice this more. Actively. We're going to do it differently. That you are not sitting there only watching me, and when you feel distracted that you are going to the toilet or whatever, that's what we do, isn't it? But that we have awareness about the present moment, what we actually are doing. That we can find in the present moment our awareness, that we can feel our heart and be open there for whatever will unfold. So I would like to practice this with you. And so in this talk, that we also go back to that every time. So that you have that, suddenly that awareness, oh yeah, oh wait, but I was not there. But I need to be there. I want to be there. Because a lot of the people who are watching, they have done a lot of life development. And I know that they already have quite some awareness. But when I have a good chat with them, they tell me that that awareness is not there yet the whole day. That they choose, because you really have an option, that they choose to go into their patterns. But you do have an option there. You know that, eh? You do have an option to just stay in the present moment. Because being in the present moment, that means that you are safe. It's not a joke. It feels really like that. When you are in the present moment, then you are safe. You are not attached to your problems. You are not feeling the patterns. When you truly are in the present moment, then you will feel space. You will feel harmony. You can feel the 5 essential heart qualities there shining through you, inside you, in the present moment. Of course, this is our 9th method, what I'm now talking about. But I want to integrate it for today in this talk. That you have awareness. So while you're watching now at the screen, do you feel light awareness inside your body? Do you feel light awareness inside your heart? Let me tell you a little story with this. Maybe that is helpful. And if you feel comfortable, then close your eyes now. I remember being once in New Zealand in a boat on the ocean, on the sea. And it was winter period. It went from autumn to winter. And that is a very special time, I find, when you then go to the ocean. Because there the ocean then suddenly changes so much. I mean, everything can become like a mirror. The waves, there are no waves. It suddenly is like everything stands still there on the oceans. Everything becomes so flat and so still. It's beautiful. Maybe you also have seen that one standing at a lake, for example. And suddenly it is still and so quiet. And so I was sitting in that boat, watching out over the ocean and feeling that stillness inside me. Can you visualize that now and also feel that stillness there? And I was hanging over the railing and I looked into the water. I mean the surface of the water. That stillness there. And I saw my image there suddenly, like a mirror, and I could see myself there on that stillness of the water. And it was like I could suddenly see really the outside and the inside from myself. That outside there, just like seeing myself in the mirror. And then that calmness from the water, the calmness came inside me. I could feel there the calmness. Just light awareness, feeling that calmness. And I felt that in my heart. Take slowly a deep breath in and very long and smooth out. And feel your heart there. Just feeling the experience. And while I was feeling that, then suddenly thoughts came back into my mind. And the space was gone. But when I put my attention to it, for example, I can connect again with that stillness of the water. I can feel that again inside myself. And the moment of stillness can become longer and longer. Feeling my heart. Feel that intimacy inside your heart. And then you open your eyes again. And now that you have your eyes open, can you still feel the present moment? While you're listening to my words, you have that light awareness inside your heart. And so maybe you get very excited, wanting to practice this more. And I really hope you will do that. Because the more that you're going to do that, the more that you are going to connect with yourself. The more that you feel your heart, your true self can shine again. You know the true self is always there, but it is that we can't feel it anymore because of our patterns, what are there. We think that our patterns still are very interesting, but they are really not interesting. When you are able to feel the present moment, when you are able to feel your heart, you then feel that this is where you want to live for. That this is the most important thing in your life. That you are going to choose to stay with your heart. I can't say it enough, but you have to wake up to be aware that, that the patterns are ruling you at this moment. But the more that you feel that your heart is the most important, the more that the light will shine there. The more that hope will come into your heart, that one day you really are free. Because you're going to feel that more and more whenever you make the choice to go to your heart. But maybe you want to see evidence. Maybe you can't really believe what I'm saying. You want to see evidence. I mean it. A lot of people tell me, yeah, Dory, I can understand what you're saying, but when I really wish when I really would know that would come true, then I would have trust. If I knew that would happen, then I now could believe in it. Yeah, that is of course not what is possible. That would really be too easy in this life. You really need to make a choice by yourself. To gain more clarity, you need to make that choice. I can't have certainty in this life. There will never come certainty in this life. I'm already telling you, I'm not here to soothe you. I'm here to discover your true self. And so I dare to say that to you. There will never come certainty in your life. Nobody has told you that it works that way. You came in this world with a lot of trust, a lot of openness, love, gratitude, and Gongjing. And somehow, because you heard something with your ears, because you saw something with your eyes, because you have felt something inside yourself, you lost it. And because of that, we have developed our patterns. Our patterns are our hiding mechanism. To not having to feel that we are hurt. Because that's what it is. You have heard something with your ears, what was not beneficial for you there. But yeah, no, that is not what I'm wanting to say. Because you never know, it can be very beneficial for you. You have heard something with your ears, and that hurt you there. Or you have seen something with your eyes, and that has hurt you. You have felt there something. What has hurt you? That is the root of it, that you have been hurt. And because of that you are been hurt, you have developed all kinds of patterns. Most of you know them very well, all out of your head. But it is that you have been hurt. So when a pattern then would come in, we actually just go into that pattern. We become the pattern. We feel it and we become the pattern. We own the pattern. But you have lost the connection with yourself. You have lost the connection with who you are. You truly have lost the connection with who you are. And you only see the pattern. So for example, now, what we say with the ongoing challenges, you maybe then use the pattern from being suspicious. And because you are, for example, watching the news very much, because you think that that will give you safety to watch the news, because then you are prepared for when something is coming. Because all things can become, all kind of things can happen to you, because you don't have any certainty about that. And so you see all kind of things around you that you become suspicious about it. Even your neighbor, you think that he is going to do weird things. So all things can happen there. So whenever then something happens, you just react with that pattern. But you still, and in that moment you become that pattern, but you haven't really touched the essence of it, that you are hurt. And so I need to talk about this before that we can go to that trust. Because you need to see first that you are hurt there. So what would happen if we would acknowledge that? That in the moment when something happens, we have that present moment. Are you now in the present moment? Maybe you now can go to the present moment again. Feel that present moment. Be in that boat. Stand at the lake or whatever way you feel the calmness of the nature. Feel it now inside your heart and return to the present moment. Have awareness inside your heart, light awareness, and return to the present moment. And so we maybe can now be honest to ourselves. Being honest that we are hurt. In the moment when something happens, we return to the present moment. So not going into these patterns, but returning into the present moment and feeling inside your heart. Being honest to yourself. Hey, I can feel this. Yeah, I am really hurt in this moment. And you simply stay there. You feel that, and you feel the present moment. Then there comes a shift that you can feel that pattern, what wants to kick in, is just on the surface, that is around you, that is not really connecting with you, but that you are inside and that you have a decision, or that you can make a decision to choose to go into that or not. When the pattern is really, really strong, then you maybe lose it. But a lot of times, when just staying there, witnessing it, being in that present moment, connecting with it, connecting with your heart, then you can come back to the reality of who you are. So when you are there, you need trust for that, isn't it? You can't do that without trust. And so that is a choice that we need to make, that we go for that. That we tell ourselves, yes, this I want to do. I want to go for this trust. So maybe now you can close your eyes and feel inside you where you don't have trust for in your life. When that are a lot of things, then have a good look at one of two of them. But feel now inside yourself, in all honesty, where you can work on your trust. And if you already feel that you have a lot of trust, then maybe you can have a look at openness. Are there things in my life where I can improve myself for opening up to myself or towards others? And you open your eyes again. So when you are already ready, when we are still having that break, you can go back to being in the present moment, because every moment is worth it to enjoy it and to make the best of it. So can we be honest about the fact that we want to do this? That when we are getting hit by something what happens in the world, or when something happens with people around you, or whatever circumstances that happens, are you then able to go back to your trust? Whenever a pattern comes up, that you feel that you are hurt there, and that you can have a look at that, to be present with it, to connect with it, and to let it pass away, to gain clarity there. The more that you work on your heart qualities, the more that these are going to shine in your heart. And so you can use them in your daily life always. So with everything what you do, you can go into that heart quality. And we are talking about trust. So when the moment when you open your eyes, you can ask yourself, do I feel the trust inside myself? And when the day passes, you can ask yourself, do I feel the trust inside myself? Or do you choose to go into the pattern? I must think about the play now, about playing Monopoly. Have you done that once, that game? Most of the people, I think, they know that. And because in that game, you have a place, and it's called free parking place. Well, I don't know if you can remember that feeling when you would get on that place, when you play it and you suddenly hit that place, free parking place. You feel that inside yourself. You feel a relief. I'm at a free parking place. That's nice. I don't have to pay any money. I don't have to do anything. I am just there. I can relax. It's a complete different feeling as when you have to go to jail, isn't it? Well, I rather spend my time at that free parking place, enjoying my view, feeling that calmness inside myself. And so we have that option. And so we can soothe ourselves. We can feel ourselves. We don't need a candy for that, to soothe ourselves. Like a mother when the child has fallen and it's gonna cry. Some mothers take that option to give your child the candy, which I can understand completely, because then the child is distracted and doesn't feel the pain anymore on the knee. But that's not what we are supposed to do here. We're not supposed to go into that pattern to save us. We must come to that acceptance and be honest to ourselves what we are doing. To really feel ourselves in that present moment. And so you can make that change. When you want to, you can make a change, whatever you would like to do. That comes from deep inside you, that you are able to feel that. It's a determination that you're going to choose, that you are going to choose for yourself. That you take up that responsibility to choose to take care for yourself. Because I really see it as taking care for myself whenever a pattern would hit. Can I see myself there really? Or am I believing some kind of story? I know that there is trust in my heart. I can feel that trust inside me. Even if there is a pattern around me, I can still go to that trust, feeling deep in my heart. It is always there. If I choose to go there, it is always there. And when I do that, when I make that decision, then something can open up inside myself. I then feel that quality of openness. I can feel how that openness is spreading inside myself and outside myself. I want to feel that feeling. If there is an election, if there is a pandemic, if there is a financial crisis for you, if there is a relationship crisis for you, it all doesn't matter. If you choose to live by your heart qualities. Because the reality is that all of these things are maybe going to happen in your life. You don't know that. So one of them is that you are going now, from now on, to truly work on these qualities in the present moment. So can you now close your eyes again and feel the things from trust or openness where you want to work on? Can you feel now how that has changed? Can you feel that you have that passion, the excitement to go and to work on this? Feel that feeling of hope in your heart. And you open your eyes again. Maybe you have really felt that hope in your heart. But maybe there is still some hesitation. What if? Maybe this. That is, of course, what we name that it is doubt. And we need to be very careful when we go to that place of doubt. I hope that from today that you will remember that an alarm bell should go off inside yourself. When you hear the doubt inside yourself. Because it really is important. It is important because when you feel doubt, then You can't feel the pureness anymore from your heart. When you have doubt, then you are losing the present moment. You're not safe anymore. All kinds of things can happen when you are in the doubt area. When you are there, you can tell yourself, oh, I am there, and I'm not actually wanting to be here. But I still have my problem, isn't it? Well, maybe you can park your problem. Maybe you can go in that moment immediately to the quality of trust in your heart. To first feel that quality of trust. And when you are feeling that quality of trust, then you also can say that there will come a solution. Because isn't it that always everything is changing? Always everything is changing, so your problem also is going to change. It's only because you want to have it changed now, right here, right now, in that moment, that you have that doubt. But can you just let it be there? Can you just have respect for that problem, that it is just there? Can you please go back to your trust? And go back to that feeling that always everything is changing? You need to dare to have trust. Dare to have trust. That is something what is so amazing. No matter what happens, I dare to have trust. I say it very simple, but it is of course very big. But maybe you can give that a try to really do that, because I think it's very exciting to not know what is coming. To not know when the outer world presents ongoing challenges, to not know this. For me, it is exciting not to know that. Now, you maybe think that is really weird that you're saying that that is exciting, but for me, it is really beautiful to say it that way. Why? Because I can create anything inside me when something shows up. I can do that because I do have that trust. I have worked on that and I have built that, and I can go back to that tool, that I always can feel that there. And so for me it is exciting because everything what will come to me, whatever it is, something good or bad or whatever, I say it here bad because you feel that still probably as bad. Whatever that is, I can work with that. And so I can create all the inside of me. I can create my growth inside me with what is coming. And therefore I feel that deep trust. And that is, of course, very big because I know that I have the support from the universe behind me. It feels really like that is behind me, like that is helping me to move forward, like parents who stand behind me, who are having my back. That is how I feel that the universe does with me. I feel so supported from the universe behind me that it can push me to every direction. The universe is so beautiful. There is so much information. Everything is there for a very good reason. And so there I always can find my trust, knowing that this thing, what will be given to me, is something that is really special for me. The more that you develop being in the present moment, the more that you develop your heart qualities, the more that you feel that inside your body, also by doing the Yang Gong practices from our system, everything becomes connected with each other. And so there you're also going to feel that feeling of being supported by the universe. That is something where you need to find trust about. I find it always so beautiful how Yuan Tze says this to us, and nobody is left behind. Nobody is left behind with the universe. It is for all of us. And so whenever a problem will come, do you dare to have trust? Do you dare to have that openness? To be in the present moment. To recognize there that you have been heard. But to stay there with you, to stay there with your heart in that present moment. To dare to do that. To find there your true self. So let's now again close our eyes. The chi field is really very strong here. And so you can lift like a lifter, you know, who lifts for a car. You can take that ride. Feel now how you want to change that part of you where you don't trust, or where you want to feel that openness. And feel how that has changed. How you now can feel new possibilities for that. Maybe now you can find your solution there. Maybe you find and feel now how you are going to change it for your future. Feel that now. Feel how your heart becomes purer and lighter. And again, you slowly open your eyes. A little bit more I want to talk. Because maybe there still is some fear inside you. I would like to tell you that fear is something what you just haven't seen with your eyes. That's actually really funny if you think about it, because a lot of times the fear comes because you have seen something with your eyes. But the fear is that you haven't seen it really clear with your eyes. There is just confusion inside yourself when you feel fear. It is just that you haven't gained clarity about the thing what you have fear for. And so fear, we can look at that in a broad perspective. And that is maybe what you can do if you have your fear. That you look at it from a distance. That you are going to look at it from different angles. So that you gain trust about it. Because that is what it is. You just have lost your trust when you have fear. And fear can come in so many ways. I have had really worked a lot about my own fears. For many years, I've worked on my fears, all kinds of fears. I think most of you already know that. I have worked on my fear about spiders, about earthquakes, about being alone, my fear for financial crisis, all kinds of fears. And I've worked on them one by one because I want to be honest to myself and I want to see myself. If you want to go to your true self, it is very advisable to work on your fears, because there you really learn who you really are. You're going to meet yourself. And that all comes in layers. You begin with one and you work deeper and deeper. And more it will go out of your system. Because we can have fear for so many things. I can now feel that I don't have any fear. It's not that maybe I will get some fear, I don't know. But at this moment, I really don't feel any fear. And so it is possible to work on that, isn't it? And so what I say, it is layer for layer that goes out of your system. Because what I also had, for example, when I worked on these fears, but I still had that I could feel scared about things. I mean, when now, for example, the thunder would hit and nothing, because the sun was shining, so I was not expecting that, then still that could bring me into a fright. And now recently I figured out, when I was somewhere at a place and I was standing there with another person and with a dog laying on the floor and there was such a smoke detector, and there was the ceiling was not that high, it was very low above our heads. And suddenly that smoke detector, that went off. That is a very hard noise, you know that. And so that person there really got a fright from it. And the dog who was sleeping there on the floor also really got that fright. But I didn't get any fright anymore. I was just, watching it, that it was there. And so I could feel there that another layer of myself had found that calmness, had found that trust. And so that is how we do that as human beings. When you actively work on it, you go layer by layer deeper and deeper to find really deep trust inside yourself. And so fear is only there to show you that you haven't seen something really clear yet. And so maybe it is also very nice to share this with others. Maybe you can do that today, to share your fear with another person, to see maybe the more bigger picture of it, to come to your own connection there in that present moment, to truly feel yourself, to feel, okay, still if I have that fear, I can go to trust. I will solve this problem. I don't have to do that immediately. I can have patience for that, but I know that I am going to do that. So let's now go inside ourselves again. Feel again the awareness inside yourself. The light awareness of being in the present moment. Feel the calmness there. The calmness in your heart. With all your qualities there. But let's now focus on trust and openness. Feel this trust and openness radiating in your heart. Feel that you feel that answer inside yourself. Yes, this is who I am. Yes, this is my pure heart. Whenever something happens, whenever a circumstances will happen, I don't even have to think about it. I will immediately go back into my heart. To find there my trust. My openness towards myself. To find my peace, my joy, and my harmony inside myself. No one can take that away from me. It is always from me. This is my true self. This is home. Draw this information now with 2 hands around you. Draw this information and this chi field. Draw this to your heart and put your hands on your heart and nourish this feeling inside yourself. And if you feel that you now are in a special state, then you can stay in that state. Stay in that present moment in that state. And otherwise, you open your eyes if you want to again. So I'm now looking here at some papers what are in front of me, because I want to go to the questions and answers from in this session. Just having a little sip of drink. So I did get some questions, but not so many today. But that doesn't matter, because I have received more questions from my previous sessions, and I still didn't answer those, so I can do that also today. So the first one, the question, is about the parenting, a parenting question. And the question is, in thinking about trust and openness, I began to think about my relationship towards my children. As they start to get older, I notice how protective I am over them and how concerned I become when they face challenges. I always want to help them, but realize they also need to be independent. How can I navigate this? Yeah, this is of course a very good question. And when you are a parent, I think that you have thought about this probably many times in your life. Because I think that a part of being a parent is that we want to protect our children. It is something what is natural to us. Look at it in nature. When you can have a look at nature, for example, at the animals, there you can see how an animal, a mother or father, how they protect their children. Because if somebody comes in their surrounding, they already are giving signals to us not to do this, to stay away from the really small children, because they want to take care for them. They feel instinctively that the babies or the really small animals, they need to survive. In order to let them survive, they want to protect them. Because in real nature, it happens really often that the babies die because of the danger what is around them. We also here at the place where I live, We had, I think, a month ago that we had ducklings. So that was really so cute to see because they came here and they already had tried it. Apparently, that's what I heard for a couple of years. But suddenly here it happened and the ducks got ducklings. And there were 12 of them, really 12. It was so cute, of course, to see. But now there are only 6 ducklings left. Because things have happened here. Birds, stouts, I don't know what happened really. But that is what happened. That can happen in nature. There are now only 6 ducklings left. And so I can understand that that mother duck wants to protect the children. Because it wants to help to survive. And that is also what we feel. That is also what we as parents feel. We feel that same instinct. That we think that we need to protect it. To protect our children for any harm what can come. Because we want them to survive. We want them to thrive and to be healthy. But we are not as animals. We can do that differently as human beings. We have our beautiful mind with our brain to use, to see it differently, to use it differently, and to come to a different realization. We can do that. And it starts that already when I don't know how to say that in English, but at the moment when you receive the baby in your tummy, that you there already can connect with that you can say that you will do the best to protect the child. But that every life has its own life path, its own way to go. That we don't have any grip on that. That we respect the outcome from anything what happens. That we can feel that because, as I said, that the universe has our back. And so that would be also my answer here, that you can feel that. That you can go to that feeling of that you absolutely can be open and have trust for your children, to support them, to be there for them. And that is everything. Because you don't want to control. Whenever something happens, you are there as a mother to support them and to give them your love. And maybe that would be helpful for this person to, whenever something happens, to have that awareness in the heart and to immediately change it from the worry, change it into the love. To send immediately, actively love to your child there. To connect there. To give that hope to that child. That is what you actively can do. And what you also actively there can do is to build a chi field for your child. That you build a chi field with trust or with the good health for the child or whatever there is needed. You build a chi field there for your child. Because you have listened yesterday to what Yuan Tze was talking about, so you know that everything is there totally connected. So whenever you build the chi field, the information will go there. No doubt about that. So that is what you actively there can do for your child. And so there you then also can feel the lightness what comes in when you do your parenting, because it can be then so beautiful. You can stay in your own strength and you still can support that child there. No matter what happens, you can do that then. And then you feel really the depth of life inside yourself. Yeah, so maybe that can be helpful about this. Let me go to another question. I find it difficult not to drink alcohol when my husband is having drinks at the end of the day to decompress and talk about our days. I know the responsibility is on me, but I don't have the willpower to resist the camaraderie, the companionship, the ritual. Please help. I think that a lot of people feel the pressure in this. I mean, not only for that person, but also for themselves. Because that feeling of needing something outside yourself is quite big for all of us in some way. It can be here the alcohol, it can be maybe smoking, it can be food, it can be distraction, it can be wanting to buy things, it can be anything. And so this one with the drinking of alcohol, I think that is really quite a big thing for many of us. How do you handle that? What do you do with that? Are you still in that phase of ignorance that you just do it and you're not aware of it? Or are you already like this person having the awareness that you actually don't want to do that anymore, but you still do it? Maybe you can ask yourself now, what is that in my life, what I still need? Because as I said, being in my heart is already enough. That fulfills my life. Being in that present moment, feeling my heart. I don't need anything else. So this is then with this person now, it's having that problem that you want to drink that alcohol, and you connect that with the camaraderie, the companionship, the ritual, the connection with your husband. But is it really about your husband? Of course, you say, you know that. It is about you. What are your values in your life? What do you feel that is important in your life? Maybe it is a good idea to really write your values down. You want to steer your boat to that haven? How do you want to do that? What are your values that you dare want to use to go to that shore? What do you really find the most important in your life? That is something what you need to be clear about before that you can go to this, what we were talking about. That you have really that inside you, that feeling that you know, yeah, this is what is important. This is what is important for me. And this is what is important for me. I know that very clear. When you have that clearness, when you have gained that clearness, then you can set your boundaries there. You can't set your boundaries when you haven't really found your true values. When you have found your true values, then you can set your boundaries. Then you can have a look at that and say, aha, so this is what I now want to do. Now I find strength inside myself to go there. Because you probably still have all kinds of excuses not to go there. You haven't also not really clearly set there your boundaries. Yeah, I want to help someone. Yeah, I want to be with somebody. Yeah, this and that. But how about you? What do you truly think about this? When you have set your boundaries there, when you found your values, when you have set your boundaries there, then you can make there your decisions, how to do it differently. Because you then really feel, I don't want to do this drinking now. Because every time when I do that there, I feel that my mind gets foggy. I feel that I don't have any clearness. It seems that there is lightness, but afterwards I feel that there is no clearness at all. And so I actually don't want to do that because I really want to go for growth. And I know when I do that every day, that I probably don't go so much for growth, is it? Because I can't really be fully in the present moment when I have some drinks. I truly want to feel that present moment. And so I want to experience that present moment together with my husband while he is having these drinks. I want to feel that feeling, how that is, because I don't know that feeling. I want to feel that feeling. I have set now really my boundary that I am going to feel that. So while we are together, I am clear with a clear mind. And so I can have a lot of joy for my husband there. I can connect from my heart to his heart. How is that? Having not a drink and connecting my heart with his heart. And I explain this in all openness to my partner, that I want to feel myself and that I truly enjoy being with him. And so this is not about your husband, it is about you. And the more that you are going to tap into this information, the stronger you feel that you want to choose for this. And so whenever you're still there hesitating, you can have compassion there for yourself. You can tell yourself, it is okay, but I keep working on myself. I am going to master this. I will continue. I will not waver. I will continue until I've got this. So thank you very much for being so honest, being with this question. Because I think your question can help a lot of other people. I have another question. Sometimes I find it difficult or forget to trust whatever sometimes I find it difficult or forget to trust that whatever is happening is taking place for a reason, even if I don't fully understand it yet. Are there any tips you can share to help me connect with trust and openness more easily in those moments? Yes, so this is a very good question, of course, because this was what we were talking about today. So have you already found now a solution? That's what I ask you. This person is also thinking about that because this person knows that she loses the present moment. She loses the present moment and goes into the pattern. And whenever you're in the pattern, you can't see yourself anymore. And so that trust then, of course, is not easy to feel because you know that that every time is coming up. And I can tell you, yes, it is coming up. And it will come up again. And again and again. So we must be prepared. We must have a plan ready to help ourselves. A decent plan that you can go to. Have you got a plan ready? Have you got a list at home where it is written down whenever it happens that you can read, oh, I can do this and I can do that and I can do that. If I really am, then I can do that. Have you got such a list? I think it's really worth to have a list for that. To help yourself. Because patterns, if it are heart patterns or if it are patterns from the consciousness, they are really very sneaky. They can come in any moment. In every split second, they can hit you. And so we must be prepared for that is going to happen. Yeah, because it is going to happen. And so make your list of what you can do when that happens. So that is that you need to wake up. You need to wake up yourself. The first one maybe you can put on your list is to ask yourself, is it really worth it, this, what now is happening, to let it go, to let myself go out of this good state? Lots of you know this already, but are you really using it? Are you really, really using it? Whenever that happens, that you lose trust, that you ask yourself, is this it really worth it? To leave my good state for this? I thought that my priority was my heart. I thought that that was on my list, isn't it? That my heart is the most important. But I apparently now choose to do differently. So asking yourself that question really can bring you back to the present moment and to feel in your heart, oh, but wait, that is only an experience where I'm going through. It is only a life experience, what I am now feeling. That is not really me. I easily can go back to feeling myself in the present moment and to go to trust. I can do that. Here, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to feel myself. So feel that feeling inside yourself whenever you are out of it. Go back to that trust to connect really with it. When you are very deep already in it, then maybe that is not possible. And you need to do it in a different way. What else can you do? Very easily, when you don't have to do, when you have not enough place or whatever, what to do, just do lift chi up, pour chi down, for example. And that you feel the connection inside yourself. Simply by connecting with the universe when you lift up the chi. You come in the present moment. You feel the awareness from everything what is around you and not anymore inside your head, but everything what is around you. So you open yourself up again to what there is. And you draw back and you feel that lightness inside yourself. And there you come to the realization, oh yeah, wait, here I am. That can help you. You can do any other Yang Gong practice, of course, to bring you back inside yourself. And to connect then with the trust. So we don't do only the movements. No, we every time go back to these heart qualities. Because that gives you there that power to realize what you are doing. To really to embrace yourself again, because that is what is just happening. Also, that you can write down on your paper. I am just not seeing myself anymore. I am disconnected from myself. And so I embrace myself again by doing some Yang Gong practice, for example. I embrace myself again to feel myself again. And so there I can find then again that the quality of trust is coming up inside myself. And the quality of openness comes back inside myself. Whenever there is no trust and you don't have awareness about it when that happens, maybe you want to put on your list the gratitude. I am now seeing my problem so much. I don't have any trust. Wait. Oh yeah, on my list is that I can go back to gratitude. Where can I find gratitude now in this moment? Because I feel my problem. But maybe I can park my problem and I can just look around me, look around in your room. Is there something in your room where you can feel trust about? Oh yeah, I can see my bed in my room. I feel so much trust for my bed because it's so nice. I feel gratitude for my bed because I'm so happy that I have my bed. And feel that feeling then. Really feel it inside yourself. that gratitude for that bed. Because when you touch that feeling of gratitude, then there comes also trust again. There comes openness. So looking at the small things can be very helpful when you don't have that trust, when you have lost it. What you also can do in that moment when you have lost that feeling is go back to the people who you love. Look into the eyes from the person you love. Look into the eyes from your children. A family member or a friend. Feel the heart from that other person. Feel how important that is to connect with that other person, to feel the heart. Because your heart then becomes one with the heart of the other. And you are able there to open yourself again. Do you dare to do that when you are lost? Do you dare to connect with that in that moment? To find your strength there? You can give that a try. And so I have now given you some examples how to come back to that trust or to that openness. But I am sure that you can find many, many more ways to bring you back inside yourself. And in fact, I do encourage you to do so, because what feels good for me doesn't have to feel good for you. You are unique and you can find your ways to bring yourself back to that present moment, to feel your trust and your openness inside your heart. Find that way. Be creative to find that for yourself. I think that is the best way to really find the connection deep inside yourself. And so I can see now that we don't have so much time left, because at 10:50 we will go for a break, and after the break from 10 minutes you will see Yuan Tze and Melissa again. So I want to end this session with drawing all the information back and to connect with each other and to close it by connecting all our hearts together. So let's do that now. Gently close your eyes. And feel inside yourself. Feel the light awareness inside yourself. Feel inside your heart. Feel all the information what has been given to you. Feel how you have gained or built up more trust inside yourself, inside your heart. Feel the openness inside yourself. Feel how open you are. Feel your pure heart, how open and trustful it is there. The love for yourself is radiating in your whole heart. You can see very clear where you are and where you want to go to. You know that there are endless possibilities. When you feel trust and openness shining in your heart. Feel that feeling of joy and contentment inside yourself. And with two hands, you draw all the information. The chi and information, you draw it with two hands around you, and you draw it back to your duchi, to your lower abdomen. And you slowly put your hands on your lower abdomen. Man left hand in first, female right. And you nourish the chi quietly. When you're ready, you slowly open your eyes. And when I have said goodbye to you, you still can do, or maybe you want to do that now, the head and face for yourself. I would like to thank you very much for being here together with me. Thank you. And I connect my heart with your heart. And I look forward to see you every day now of the rest of this retreat. So we now will go for a break. And after the 10 minutes break, so that will be 1 minute after 11, you will connect again with Yuan Tze and Melissa. Thank you, everyone.
各位同学，大家好。
Greetings, everyone.
我们今天又见面了。
Nice to have you back. Or nice to be back.
通过刚才，Dory 呢跟大家分享有关无形的信任和开放，这明显的能够体验到，在这个气场里面，他的信息、心灵的信息、信任开放的信息，同步在增强。
In the last session, you've spent time with Dory to work on trust and openness, and Yuan Tze now can feel the change of the chi field, especially a lot of strong information of the heart and of trust and openness.
今天活动的第3天了。
This is the 3rd day of this retreat.
每一天，可以说每一时刻，这个整个气场在我们共同的努力下，不断的在成长，在发展壮大，加上提升。
And the chi field has been growing every day, and actually every moment, with the work of all of us together, we are making the chi field stronger and stronger.
到昨天为止，我们的参与的人大约300多人，越来越多人在加入我们的气场。
And we've been joined by more and more people. At the moment, there are more than 300 of us working together.
另外呢，我今天听说那个基督城有20几位同学集中在一起，在接下来的活动的日子里面，将会全年后的参与活动，他们在这个基础上还增加了更多的活动内容。
And also today, some of our folks in New Zealand are actually gathering in Kaiapoi in South Island. And so they are, I think there are 22 of them. And so they are spending the week together to do this retreat together. And so, so just, it's so lovely to have a group of them down there joining the chi field.
无论是你个人的场，还是几个人的场，还是更大一些的场，我们共同建设一个和谐统一、奋发向上、不断进步的场。
But no matter where you are, most of us are just doing this by ourselves at home. We are all have our own little chi field there, and we're all part of this big chi field. And so it doesn't matter where we are. What matters is that we are, sharing the same chi field and also working on life and growing together.
请大家继续从心的层面继续融入这个气场，也安住在自己的心里面。
Your heart is in a very good place now, and Yuan Tze would like to encourage you to continue to be there. Continue to settle yourself in your heart, to be there, and from there continue our activity for this session.
在今天呢，在接下来的时间里面呢，我们 继续进行同学们提出了一些相关的问题进行探讨和解答。
And this is the time to answer your questions.
第三个问题。
So let's look at the third question we have on the list. What is the difference between compassion and empathy, and how does that relate to truly listening? What's the difference between compassion and empathy, and how does that relate to truly listening?
共情和慈悲严格的讲，它们是有明显区别的，并不相同。
Empathy and compassion are, two different words. There are a lot of similarities between them, but they are also distinctly different.
我们首先简单了解一下共情。共情的意思呢，简单来说，就是很多人都了解，就是能够设身处地的理解，充分的理解、感受到他人的情感的一种能力。
Empathy is an ability to recognize other people's feelings and to also understand other people's feelings.
比如说，他人有什么样的情感的需求，有什么样的心愿，包括存在什么样的情绪，都能够理解，能够感受，能充分的能够体验到。
For example, when a person has empathy, he or she will be able to feel what someone else is feeling, and also to recognize maybe the need of that person, or have that ability to recognize what the person is longing for, or what the person needs.
人呢，这是一种能力，也是一种需要的能力，是有益的能力。如果这是一种基本的能力，如果这种能力呈现不出来的话，人和自己，包括特别是人和他人的正常的关系，就会存在一些问题，沟通、联系和关系都会存在一些问题。
Empathy is a basic ability of human life, and it is a very important one because, without it, we may have difficulty connecting with ourselves and communicating with ourselves and with others as well.
慈悲呢，这个词呢，我只能从中文的这个意思上来简单的讲一讲。可能不是所有的讲慈悲的意思，有可能不是完全一样，我只能从中文上来讲一下。
And the word compassion, the Chinese translation is 慈悲, so that will be what Yuan Tze would talk about, the meaning of the Chinese term, the Chinese translation of compassion.
从中文的意思当中，这个慈悲跟着它的来源与佛教相关，在佛教里面用的比较多一些。当然，后来在其他的领域文化当中也在运用。
The term 慈悲 is used mostly in, especially originally in the context of Buddhism, Buddhist teachings, But as time goes on, the way it is used also widens, so it is now used in many other contexts as well.
慈悲这两个字，慈和悲分别代表了两种不同的意思。
So this term 慈悲 is made out of two Chinese words, 慈 and 悲, and they each have its own meaning as well.
简单来说哈，慈呢更主要的讲的是一种脱离他人，帮助他人解脱、脱离痛苦。
的一种
心怀
心胸，是不是？
胸怀。
So the first word 慈就是仁慈，是不是？
仁慈。
It has a strong connotation of kindness, kindness, and so it is also a strong intention to help other people, to especially help other people get out of suffering, relieve their suffering.
就是摆脱痛苦，获得快乐。
Help other people gain happiness and sense of well-being.
悲的是一种悲悯的情怀，脱离苦难，悲悯、同情，帮助别人脱离苦难。
And the second word, 悲, it's also a shin, a heart quality or state, or we can say, desire to help other people. 同样的，摆脱跟前面的词一样的。
悲悯。
This word has a strong sense of
悲天悯人。
like 悲悯的意思，悲同情吗？
有深层的同情。怜悯。
Deep sympathy and merciful feeling as well. This kind of connotation, and also from there the urge or desire to help.
简单来理解这两个字的意思，就是自强的爱，深层的爱，希望别人离苦得乐。
So when we put the two words together, the meaning of 慈悲 is very, strong and, and kind love, kindness and love, very strong love, and the the strong desire to help other people get out of suffering.
慈悲这句用法呢，这个用法现在在精神界，在强世界，在很多的不同的宗教和文化当中，都有去应用，但是他们解释、他们的理解、它的定义可能不完全相同。
你是说中文的慈悲是不是？还是英文的？中文的。
中文的。
So the term 慈悲, the Chinese term, is now used in many different ways, and also in different disciplines or religions there. So in every discipline, it may mean something slightly different.
包括全世界对它的应用理解也不相同。
And actually, everybody may have a different understanding of the term 慈悲 or the term compassion as well in English.
所以这两个他们是不太相同的一个体现，但是都是人需要的一种情怀、胸怀。
So both 慈 and 悲 are, very important qualities of the heart, and they are necessary part of a healthy life.
那么我们在人学当中为什么没有用这个词呢？
有啊，我们常常用的英文这个词。
我们更多的不是很用这个词，主要我们用的比较少。
我们那个所有的东西都有用，全部东西都有用这个词，这就是英文的这个字。
你解释一下。解释一下。
Yuan Tze was saying that we don't actually use the term 慈悲 very much in 人学, but I was actually telling him that we do use the word compassion quite a bit.
我在认为就是不用这个词就有原因的，因为我们有自己对慈悲的理解和认识，而这些对它的理解和它的应用和展现，我们有其他的东西来代替的。
And Yuan Tze often would use some other words or terms to describe things that are similar to 慈悲 in 人学。
真正的慈悲，它是一种心灵的能力。首先，
我现在可以用英文讲了吗？还是要用中文呢？
中文的。
So the true meaning of 慈悲, it's a quality of the heart. It's an ability of the heart. Or you can say it's a manifestation of the heart.
它不仅仅有无限的爱，这个心灵的完整的能力，包括五心在内的所有的美好的心灵是完整的，可以呈现的一种心怀、心灵。
你说现在是慈悲还是心灵啊？
心灵慈悲。我在解释这个。
你的意思说慈悲是
那真正完整
的心灵可以呈现的一种东西，是不是？
不仅仅只是爱，一个无限的爱。
So 慈悲 is a form of love, and it's what we call infinite love, and so it is an important ability of the heart.
在无限的爱的基础上，要有无限的纯粹的信任、开放、感恩和恭敬。
But it is not just the love element there, quality there. It's also built upon unconditional trust, openness, gratitude, and 恭敬。
是这样的一个心灵，一个情怀，至少有五心这核心内容，他的心理才更完整。这个慈悲才能够真正得到更好的体现，更完整的体现。
And so it's only when all of the 5 Xin qualities are present that compassion or 慈悲 can manifest fully, in a full way, in a complete way.
慈悲不仅仅是一个心灵的呈现，更同时它也是一种能力的体现。
And as we said, it is not just a quality of the heart, it is also an ability.
比如说，当我们的五心，纯粹的五心可以无条件的残存的时候，它既是慈悲， 又有慈悲的能力，不管是慈悲的心，而且能产生相关的能力，它是一体的。
So that means 慈悲 will have its effect, it's an ability that can act, so it will have its effect.
打个比方，当我们五行在你的生命里面完整呈现的时候，对你它能产生真正完整的慈悲的效果，对他人、对社会、对环境一样产生这样的效果，会感化别人，会帮助别人，也会改变和提升他人。
So it's can have all kinds of effects on ourselves, when 慈悲 is present, and on the outer world, on other people as well, and it especially is able to touch and help people transform, or help transform ourselves or others.
这是首先要有这种能力，还有一种能力就是我们的神，我们的真性能够完整的、纯粹的展现出来，这就是有无限的智慧的能力，它是一体的，这才是真正的慈悲。
And also a complete manifestation of 慈悲 or compassion also includes the manifestation of wisdom, also especially putting that wisdom in real use, to manifest wisdom.
所以说，这个慈悲是存在和能力是一体的展现，不仅仅只是一个名词，更不是不仅仅是一个名词，也不仅仅只是一个心态。
So it is a complete existence itself, 慈悲. It's a quality, and it can manifest itself as something that can, create real change.
所以说，我们就在人学当中有更具体的用法，更强劲的、完整的说明一个五行的心灵，还有一个真我，已经把这些完全的、很具体的、很完整的把它呈现出来，所以我们一般的情况下不用慈悲这个词。
And so it is a complete manifestation, or it is a manifestation of the true self, 慈悲. And in 人学, there's very already detailed description or teachings about what the manifestations of the true self are, and so 慈悲 or compassion is already kind of included in that information. That's why Yuan Tze hasn't really used the word 慈悲 by itself so much.
刚才我老师告诉我，在英文当中有这个慈悲这个词，我们有在用，没关系。我们现在重新定义，我们新的定义，我们讲的体的慈悲是这种，就是我们今天所解释的，即是存在心灵和神的存在和能力的一体的体现，我们就知道是这个意思。
So hopefully it's clearer now on what 慈悲 really means in 人学 context. Before I was telling Yuan Tze that we do use the word compassion quite a bit, and for example in our practice, and now hopefully it's clearer what that should mean when we use it in our practice in the context of 人学 teachings.
这和真正的聆听有什么关联？共情和慈悲都需要在聆听当中，既是存在，也是能力的完整的一体的展现。
So what does that have relate to truly listening? Both empathy and compassion are necessary, for that.
简单的说，就是有这样的存在，聆听。我们刚才讲的聆听和讲的共情和慈悲，真正呈现的时候，聆听的过程，什么都不用说，就使人的心灵，使人的精神发生转化和改变的过程。
When we are able to listen with true empathy and compassion, which means with our heart completely present, the process of listening itself can help make change, can help transform. It can have that kind of effect.
只要它存在，美好的心灵和真我的力量看似无形，但是随处存在，随处在产生影响，随时随地在产生影响。
And that is the power of the heart and true self. When they are present, they have the power to change all the time. There isn't even the need to do, to do much at all. For example, by just listening, we can create change.
好，这一条到这儿。那么第4条。
Okay, let's look at the next question. What is real and what is unreal? How can we discern the difference? I wish to find a peaceful place for my mind to rest about this, which will set me free of limitation. All my life I was taught that what my senses perceive is real and nothing else is. I see how absurd this is, but when my mind opens to more subtle experiences, it quickly gets confused and just returns to what is familiar. I have a friend who receives messages from star formations. I felt my dead mother visit me energetically once. Real? Unreal?
这个问题可能在我们很多的同学当中有可能会存在共性，就是有不同程度有可能也会是我们同样思考和困惑的问题。
This may be something many of you have been wondering about as well, or thought about.
你是否也存在，或者是你是否曾经也存在这样的问题？
Maybe not anymore, but in the past.
不管有没有，我们现在一起来探索它。
So let's look at this together.
但是只能简单的进行哈。
In a brief way.
什么是事实和不真实？这种不真实，它是用虚妄来说的。
它是讲不真实啦，但是中文我翻成虚妄。So what is real and what is unreal?
真实是什么？什么真实？对于我们人从我们人来讲，我们所认知的，无论是世界还是客观事物，它是符合客观真相的一种反应。
What is real? When something is real, it reflects the truth or the objective truth.
真相就是它的真实的存在，符合真相本身的客观存在。
Truth is what is the representation of true reality, of it's of how things really are.
那么不真实呢，就是无法能真实的反映它，对它的认知是片面的、局限的，甚至是谬误的。
And when something is unreal, it doesn't have that base. It could be, it could be it doesn't reflect the truth or the objective reality. It could be the twisted image of the truth, or it can be truth that is not presented in a complete way.
现在对于这种认知呢，在传统的宗教当中，包括现在的精神界当中，有一种说法叫虚幻。
When something is unreal, often there's a term to describe it, illusion or illusory.
既然是认知是严重脱离真相和客观，那么所认知的结果、所认定的结果、所认识的事物，也就自己想象的，或者是编造的，是一种假象。
So when something is 你说对我们的认知来说，它是想象，它是
结果，
它是不真实或虚幻的
假象。
So when something is unreal,那你的意思是说，我们认知的一个东西是真的，但它其实不是真的。
不是，
所以这个，
既然你认知的，它是不真实的，就是这样，它是虚幻的、编造的，是假象，它不符合真实嘛。那么结果哪里来的呢
？And when something可是我觉得这个是我不太懂哎，你是说，因为我们现在有认知去认识一个东西，
你不要说，
我们认为的是，
我说的是不真实的，这个虚幻，这个不真实，既然是不真实的，不能够真正的真实反映这个真实，那么它就是一种虚幻，或者是编造的。
就是我们自己编造的，我们自己的想象。
照我的话讲，
我觉得我还是不太懂。It's not quite clear to me. But
那么要不我一句话一句话来跟？
不是，我不太懂你的意思，你知道吗？
那我一句话一句话呢？既然这个我们讲的不真实，那么这是一种认知，它不能客观的认识事物的真相，那它产生的结果是从哪里来的
？So we have a way to see something, right? But the way we see it is what we see is unreal. So where does that come from? What we see.
那么这种结果是自己想象的，是一种虚幻。
And so very often, what we see is from our imagination. It's a kind of unreal imagination.
好，现在这个世界，很多人越来越注重于从精神方面，注重于精神的成长、精神的改变。在精神界呢，这种虚幻对于人的，对于描述这个世界、描述人本身，常常有虚幻，用虚幻这个词比较多。
And many people are using all kinds of spiritual teachings to help themselves. And the word, one word that is used, a lot in some disciplines is illusion. So it is a way to see the world. For example, reality. Seeing it as an illusion.
他们讲，这个世界是虚幻的。你所看到、你所认识到一切都是虚幻的。这在宗教界、在精神界，咱可能常常听到这种说法。
For example, you could hear that, the world is an illusion or illusory.
那么这个世界，包括客观事物，到底是真实的还是虚幻的呢？
What you see is an illusion. So is the world really an illusion or not? Is it real or not?
你先给自己一个答案。
You can think about this for yourself first, now.
比如说，这盆花是真实还是虚幻的？
Say the plants on the table here with flowers, are they real or unreal?
它是不是客观存在？首先，
So
真实的存
we
在。
must ask, is it an objective reality or an objective existence? Is it a real existence?
它是真实的存在，你也看到了它，认识到它，它也确实存在。那么，从这个角度上来讲，它是真实的。
So now you can, if you can see it, you can even touch it, or we can touch it. And so it's here, we can see it. So from that perspective, we can say it is real.
那么，作为一个客观存在，它的真相是什么？
So as an objective existence, what is the truth of it?
我们能不能认识它的真相，它的全部的存在，它的真实的，包括它的规律、它的本质，它和它的整体，它和世界的一切的联系，我们能不能认识到它？
这个是它的真相，是不是？
能不能看到它？
So the truth of this thing here, is that it is a totality. It is a form of totality. it has its laws, for its existence as a form of life, and it has all kinds of connections and relationships with everything else in the totality. So when we ask ourselves, do we know this? Do we know this? How much do we know this? We need to, see how much of these, how well we can answer all these questions.
所以符合属于它真正的全部的真实的所有的一切的真实存在，就是它的真相。我们不能完整的认识它、认知它，并且与它正常、正确的发生关系。那么我们对它的认知就是虚幻的。
So, the truth of this thing here, is the laws of it, okay? And unless we know the total truth of it, and that's how we can relate to it in the most natural and healthy way. Okay, so that's the base of our relationship with it. If we do not have the total truth of it, then what we know about it is, we can say, unreal.
也就是我们的感官认识、我们的思想、我们的知识，穷尽一切的方法，我们的对它的认知是非常非常表面和局限的，它不是它的真相。那么这样的认知就是虚幻的，不符合它的客观和真相
但是它本身是真实的，但是我们的看到的不是真实的。
对，我们的认知是不是完整的。
它的客观它是真实，但是我们的认识不完整，所以对我们来讲，这个就不是真实。
没有能反映它的真实，就是虚幻的。
对我们来讲，它是虚幻的。
你的认知是虚幻的。
So, when this is the case, there is a high possibility that we don't know the total truth of the plants here, and when that's the case, we can say our understanding of it is not real.
这里面两层关系。从第一个方面来讲，你能看到它，它也客观存在是真实，它也客观存在是真实的，你也认识了它，它是存在的。有这个，有那个，有红的，有白的，会发出香味出来，这些认知，它又有真实的那一面。
So there are two levels or layers there. One is, you can see the plants, you can touch them, you can even smell them, and they are real. They are real existence. But on the other hand, our understanding of it is partial, is even not always correct, and so that is, our not, it's not just knowledge, our experience, or recognition, or our knowing of them is unreal.
所以说，对我们客观上来讲，现实上来讲，现在的人认识世界所有的认知，所有与这个世界一切事物发生关系的，都建立在就是关系，就是一切的结果是既真实 有虚幻的，两者同时存在。
And so this is a very typical example of the way we relate to reality. It's real and unreal. Both of them, go together.
因为精神界常常会产生两种自证，一个就是真实的，我的认知，我所看到的、摸到的都是真实的，我的想法也真实的；还有一种就是这个世界，你的想法都是虚幻的，你所看到、见到的，这个是包括这个世界都是虚幻的，是两者自证。
But very often we can hear a dualistic view on this. For example, one can believe that everything is real. What we can see, what we can touch is all real, and the other theory can be that nothing is real. Everything is just the made by our own mind or consciousness, and they're not real.
这样去看问题的话，就把问题推到两极化的一个角度上来了，事实上也就是二元论了。
Everything is the creation of our own minds, and so this is, you can see, they are two extremes, two totally opposite ways of looking at reality.
所以我们人学家，你所认识的世界和客观事物是既真实又虚幻的。
But what we have looked at using the example of the flowers is how we see reality in 人学. It's real and it's unreal.
这两者又有同时存在。
They go together often.
那说，那什么时候我们不虚幻的呢？
So when is the time that things will not be unreal to us?
一个条件，
There's a condition to fulfill there.
就是你能够对客观事物，也就是这个世界，能够彻彻底底能够认识它的真相，也能够正确的与它发生关系，在那种具备了这个条件，这就是真实的。
It's when you can fully see the objective reality or the laws of things, of something you look at, and the way you relate to it is based on that, the complete truth.
他要能达到这个，他的前提条件还有一个前提条件，就是越来越纯粹的，达到越来越纯粹的中我的境界，他的智慧发展到相当的高度上。
And how do we develop the ability to do that? Well, how does that work? It is when the true self is able to fully manifest. So So that means our true self should, should manifest to in a fairly consistent way and very well as well.
要达到这样的结果，这一条路就是把自己的精神发展到一些自己的心，特别是真我能够完整的呈现，不断的去持续的成长，这是这一唯一的一条路，没有其他路。
So the road to that is to work on the heart, and so that and so that we can get closer and closer to the true self, and the true self and can continue to manifest itself more and more. That's the path. So that's a path of growing the heart and helping the true self to manifest.
说那么科学也不行，科学认识世界的方式，照着目前现代科学所走的路和它的手段，他所认识的世界同样跟我们每个人一样，是既真实又虚幻的。
What about science? Science is a very important way to understand reality. At the moment, science is at the same kind of level as where we are. In terms of that, what we see through science is real and also unreal.
比如说，我们的科学能认识人自己吧。
For example, are we able to use science to fully understand human life?
有人说，科学技术在人的生命物质层面还认识的还不错。
Science has done, done quite well at helping us understanding the physical aspect of life.
仅仅是开始，还早呢。
But even with that much progress science has made, it is still just the beginning.
打个比方，我不说其他的，对细胞，人产生各种细胞，多少的细胞，细胞构成的细胞，真正细胞的真相是什么？咱们现在的认识非常的局限，还有更大的、更无限的空间和内涵需要去再认识。
For example, there's a lot of knowledge about the cells in the body, in the human body, already. But actually, what we know is far from the total truth. There's still a huge room to develop, to improve our knowledge of it.
除非科学的发展最终走向以完善和开发展人生的生命的整体，特别是智慧这个方向，有可能最终会走向这个科学越来越能够摆脱虚妄。
Unless science is developing in the direction that is also helping humans develop wisdom. 你说帮助人类发展智慧啊，科学，还是他自己or it's also taking itself in that direction, kind of, merging with human life in its development, and that's a direction that has the potential for better understanding or a better understanding of reality.
至于说那个说他朋友能从星座接收信息，还有他自己感受他去世母性的能量，来看到这些，也可以讲。从这个原理上来讲，也是，如果说有一定的真实性的话，从本质上来讲，还处于其中是有虚幻的层面。
The question mentioned a friend receiving messages from star formations, and also dead mother visiting, energetically. This is also the same, real and unreal.
好，今天呢，我刚才的这个题呢，也时间关系呢，我们简单说到这里面。但是这个问题，我们最关键的，我们要了解如何，就是在认识客观事物，包括我们自身和这个世界。最重要，我们如何去减少、去排除越来越多的虚妄，而获得越来越多的真实，这才是我们需要去思考、需要认真去努力做的事情。
Time is almost up, so we have to stop talking about this here. But one thing Yuan Tze would like to leave you here is that the focus for us perhaps should be how to work on life so that we will, create less and less illusion for ourselves and develop more and more true understanding. So there is more real than unreal in life for us.
但是要知道，我们尽管比如说我们不能完整的认识自身和自己发生正常关系，但是我们的自己的存在不是虚幻的，这个世界不是虚幻的，它真实存在的。关键我们要认识它，甚至和它发生关系。
And so the key is, how to use that true understanding to relate, in a healthy way. For example, our own lives. We need to develop true understanding of life so that, we can create healthy relationships with ourselves. Your life is not unreal, it's real. And the world is real too. But the focus is, how do we, relate to everything in a healthy way, create healthy relationships.
简单说，当我们自己能够真正开始做自己生命主人，就做真正自己的时候，你会发现这个世界也会变得越来越真实。
When you can be the true master of your own life, the world will become more and more real to you.
我现在正好12点，到时间了。
Okay, it's 12 o'clock now, so time is up for this session.
言犹未尽，没关系，我们明天继续。
It feels like we haven't really. There's still a lot more to say, but there's always a tomorrow.
好，非常不错。趁着这么很好的气场和信息，我们自己主动的、快速的收一收场。
Okay, so the chi field is good, and Yuan Tze would like to take a few moments with you to draw the chi and information back.
好，两眼轻轻闭合。
Gently close your eyes.
自己和气场和世界融合在一起，无分无别。
You are completely one with the chi field. and with the world.
好，两手拥抱这个世界，里面一些美好的信息和气场里的信息。
Open your arms to the world. Show the wonderful and positive information there.
一些美好的信息，源源不断的智慧，与我的生命统一在一起。
And draw the information back to your body. You are one with this information, with the wisdom.
好，气也收回到体内去，丹田养气。
Draw qi back to your lower dantian. Quietly nourish qi.
好，慢慢睁开。
Open your eyes slowly.
好，看看我，
And have a look at Yuan Tze.
我是真实还是喜欢的？
Is he real or unreal?
下课，明天见。
See you tomorrow.
谢谢大家。
Thank you.